Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to turn 16. Martell's, after scouting the trees above salt pans, is 2.5 stacks standing together. Most of them are heavy infantry or cavalry. Yeah, well, one of the adopted generals are night fighters and free commands. Further up the King's Road along the Bloody Gate, there's no signs of resistance. Siemens forces must be at Goldtown or the Erie, yeah. And Tyrell cautiously played it safe with our fleets. Garland's quickly left the ship to meet up with his brother Willis to get the High Lodge in Voltown, actually. Yeah, holding off on them for now. We're just playing it safe, really. We have laid siege to this after some victories outside of Salt Bands, which we'll show pictures for on the screen right about now. Essentially, we took ship from Maidenpool, sailed across, landed here, and beat the crap out of the forces that were hiding in these trees right here. And I'll have the pictures up for you to see the battles. Building fleets at Dragonstone. Just more and more fleets. You can't have enough ships in a hot seat. I mean, my fleet is pretty fucking powerful. Add it with the Martell's fleet, and add it with the Tyrell's fleet as well. What we'll probably do is wait at least 5 turns for my other war galley here. And then we wait 3 turns for these guys as well. I can probably rally another stack at Dragonstone and from Duskendale and Dragonstone everywhere. So we'll have 4 full stacks and all of those fleets sailing up to attack the Vale from the coastline. And they shouldn't have the forces necessary to beat that. Especially once we take salt pans and secure this crossing, and then all of these forces flood across the Trident and go up the Bloody Gate and that way. I can't remember what the name of the pass is. It's the Bloody Gate, but I don't know if the actual pass itself has a name. I can't remember. But yeah, we'll go there basically. That's the fleet, at least as far as like Aaron has. His fleet just consists of that, which is shit compared to ours, so we shouldn't have any trouble there. As far as families, Aegon doesn't actually have a son yet. I was like, I'm having tea while doing this. But yeah, he doesn't actually have a kid yet, which is irritating. Anyway, we'll go next turn. Turn 17. Tarly's moved over. Yeah, Garland and Willis will join up south of King's Landing. Garland on his way back to his ship. Return next turn. Yeah. Essentially, the Tyrell's general left his fleet and his army just to grab the Old Town actually, which fuck it, I'll just show you it 1 minute. We'll just to show you the. Does he still have it? Yeah, he does. There you go. Lord of the Port, +1 command. That is, I don't know. I have explained this before in my hot seat guides when it comes to night fighters. But as far as hot seating goes, I don't think he has it yet, but I can show you one of my characters. Essentially, you require 5 command, 5 base command. That means you can't, like, +2 to command when commanding cavalry doesn't count as base command. You need the command while just standing without any armies or any buffs. So, you know, the 2 axes here, Heartsbane, a command point, and the Lordship of the Port, a command point. That's +2. So if you had 3 command stars, you got +2, that makes 5, and then 5 will give you the Night Fighter. And then you can get rid of these 2, and you'd still have Night Fighter. Night Fighter being... Conington has it. Yeah, Night Fighter. What that allows you to do is, if you attack 2 armies without Night Fighter trait, you can split them up, so 1 stack can defeat 2, because he can defeat 1 stack at a time, rather than fighting both of them. It allows him to split them up. Night Fighter is like the Achilles heel of any strategy, basically. If your enemy doesn't have Night Fighters leading his armies, he's at a considerable disadvantage. But yeah, we are going to leave the Lannisters to that. I'm fairly certain that there's nothing much defending up along here. Okay. He's got those forces, but they should be fine. There's no way he has the forces to do that. So he should take this, and what we'll do is move along here. And hopefully the Martells... I might wait for the Martells to join us, or the Lannisters to join us, so we have 3 stacks coming up here. And then we'll have all of our armies with these ships to join us as well, up at Goldtown. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe from the stacks, and then 2 at the very least. So 4, 5, 6 full stacks attacking Goldtown. There's no way. It's impossible for the Arryns to have that many armies. It's just not going to happen. Unless they've, like, burnt everything to the ground and very quickly rebuilt, but even then. There's no way the Arryns have a chance in hell of winning. We, in the meantime, are just building ships, waiting for my war galley and Garland to arrive, and then we'll set sail and take Goldtown and the rest of the Vale. We have passed Flint's Fingers, and now moving towards Bear Island, in hopes of pulling Northern forces back towards the Vale. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Wardens of the North and the Sunset Sea, yeah. The Greyjoys we have named Wardens of the North and the Sunset Sea, if you haven't already got that. Yeah, so the Greyjoys are raiding the western shores and fighting them. Pretty sure he's taken this or something. I know he's up at all this crap. That's just where the admins kept the Targaryen faction. Ignore Bearkeep, it's not playable. We do still have Stannis Baratheon and the Manderley girls taken captive. We also still have Edric Storm captive as well. Yeah, but we're just moving up here. I'm gonna delay, and the Davin Lannister and Anders Yornwood should join me here. And then that's 4 full stacks moving up. There's no way he can beat that. And then we've got our fleets, which are still hanging around. It's only 3 turns for the war galley, and the war galley is going to make all the difference. And that's just me being paranoid as well. I could just sail now, and it'd probably be perfectly fine. But yeah, we'll wait a bit just to be completely and utterly safe. While these forces go here, and the rest of the forces will zerg up the neck while the Greyjoys attack from this way, and we attack the Vale of Arryn. And eventually, once we've taken the Vale of Arryn, sail around and fuck up the shore regions of the north. Which will be relatively easily done. There are things on the shore Stark can't really defend. What's going to be difficult is if he abandons all of his shit and pulls back to defensible locations like these river crossings here and here, and the bit there, and then the Wolfswood. You could hunker down if you got like 6 full stacks at Winterfell and just held. It would be... I just have to toss army after army after army at Winterfell until his forces got twiddled down to the point that he couldn't defend us. He'd just have to turtle there at that point. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. That's for the future. We'll see what happens. Anyway, next turn. I bribed and taken Strong Song, and my men are ready to move both north and south in the Vale. Yeah. And the Tyrells wasn't sure they move the ships yet or not. Either let me know. Yeah, we'll move like basically next turn. You got 2 turns off of the. I'd be so tempted to wait for the war galley, as well, but we'll wait 2 turns for the war galley most like. These chaps go up here. Davin will join us, and then I'm pretty sure what's his face is. Yornwood should be like right next to him. I can't actually see, but. We are also waiting 1 turn for the sailor, which will then take Flowers over so that he can place forts, in theory. Building here, waiting for my ships. I've almost got like a full stack of ships at this rate, which is pretty fucking beastly. And apparently he's bribed Strong Song, which is this region. Yeah, he has. He's bribed Strong Song inside the Vale. I'm not sure how he plans on defending that exactly, but... There's that. He's blocked off this at least, which Arryn can only defend with one stack, which is interesting. So that's that completely defended. He can't escape through there, so he's entirely focused around here and around the north bit, and has to divert forces now to take Strong Song as well. We've already taken Coldwater. There's a full stack of Lynn Corbray there. So forces of the Lannisters have already snuck around, and I think there's Freys up there as well. So we're surrounding them on all fucking sides, and we have these 2 guys defending these regions. This is just in case, in case Arryn sneakily lands something here and I can't defend it or anything. You know, it just keeps a full stack of Tyrell men in range of Maidenpool, in range of Rook's Rest. You know, just in case anyone lands or does anything sneaky, basically. But, yeah, we'll go next turn, see what happens. Continue our push into the Vale. But, the Hotseat's coming up to a wraps, basically. We've already got the Arryn player having offered to bend the knee at one point, but we've turned him down. And the North is fucked, ultimately. The North could hold off for a bit. He might be able to, like, delay us for... Hell, he might be able to delay us for, like, a really long time if he fought it correctly. But, you know, the fairly new player, he probably won't be that much of a pain in the ass to deal with. He's losing White Harbour as we speak. He's under siege. The only thing he could do is hold off around Winterfell and be a pain in the ass, but he'd die eventually either way. So, to the king, I hope the crown has made it so that you show you loyal. I, Victorian Greyjoy, the vassals are now passing the stony shore of the north and hope to attack the very place where Stannis broke the Boltons. We are moving around, plan to attack House Glover's stronghold at Deepwood Motte. We will cut it off, but we hope to drag his force back. House Greyjoy, we do not sue. Yes. We have forted off here, and we are taking the Red Fort. Keeping Rolly Duckfield here, because he's passed over with these ships. So keep him back in these trees hidden. And keep these forces blocking off this, and then get the Lannisters to block off these bits, so that they can't like sneak around or anything stupid. But this one fort here blocks off all of that. It's only actually two small passes there. But yeah, the Red Fort will be ours. And then once we move up with these ships, which we will do in one turn, that's fucking... Yeah, fucking all of my fleet's badass, really. You got a sailor there, another sailor there, which will just join these guys. And that's 4 units. And then, actually, I think I'll have, like, if we wait 1, 2... I can build some more stuff. I'm running out of money, is yeah. Like, I'm not making a hell of a lot of money, is the thing. So, yeah. Well, we've got, like, 3.5 stacks inside these fleets, and fleets that they'll never beat. Not in a billion fucking years will they beat this with all those allied forces there. With the royal fleet. So they're fucked, basically. They are completely fucked. White Harbour has fallen. Yeah. It's just a matter of time. I'm pretty sure Mount Caelan's fallen as well. Barrowtown, maybe? I don't know. Am I neutral? I'm at war with the... No, I'm not at war with the... Yeah. It's hard to tell what the hell's actually taken. We know White Harbour's taken because he lost that a minute ago. I'm pretty sure somebody's taken it. I'm not sure who. It's hard to keep track. Fucking, I don't really know. All I know is my allies are all attacking the north and all of this, and these chaps are still up here as well. We've got them sort of forting off at the Hearthstone there. It'll be a short order to deal with the rest of these guys. So yeah, let's go next turn. Okay, guys, after talking with the rest of the players and everything, we've agreed the hot seat's done. The hot seat's done. House Aaron doesn't really want to continue. He never wanted to continue in the first place. He basically offered to bend the knee pretty much immediately. Once I'd taken the Crown Lands and started, you know, being right on his doorstep, he knew he'd lost, really. So he'd offered to bend the knee way before now, and we refused, just to keep the hot seat going. The North is willing to continue, but ultimately the North is fucked. There's no way he's holding. Like I said before, I think I mentioned before. He could, if he's the only smart play that he could do is hold off at Winterfell and bunker down, and that's just turtling and delaying the inevitable, basically. So yeah, the rest of every single player in the game, other than the North, is content to end it here and declare the hot seat finished and our alliance having won. Long live King Aegon, who still does not have a fucking son. But, yeah, that's about it, really. We'll wrap it up here. It's been a pretty fucking easy hot seat, really. It's where diplomacy went perfectly. Got the Lannisters to betray Tommen, which basically won us the whole Crown Lands. And at that point, with having won the Crown Lands, King's Landing, got the Lannisters on our side, got the Reach on our side, got the Martells on our side, we were a shoo-in for victory. Plus we've got the Freys from turn 1 as well, and we had the Greyjoys as well. So it's essentially, I've allied the whole of fucking Westeros against the Arryns and the North. The North is only not allied to us because they tried to do some sneaky diplomacy and try to betray us. And the Vale of Arryn offered to bend the knee basically straight away, and we refused. So, you know, essentially, going from an RP ending to this, the Vale of Arryn and House Arryn bends the knee. Aegon permits them to live. There's a war on the north to subdue the Starks. Eventually, they would be defeated. Some years would pass. The Starks would be allowed to bend the knee. We've gone through the whole thing of Aegon and Jon being his brother, so Aegon's soft on them. Lets them bend the knee, takes maybe a ward or something, and lets the Starks remain as wardens of the north. Probably gives Jon a seat or a castle somewhere. I think he RP'd... Yeah, the Dragonfort. The North RP'd something about, or mentioned something about giving Jon the Dreadfort and renaming it the Dragonfort. So House Targaryen of the Dragonfort is born, and Jon will keep controlling that, I suppose. And the Starks would be Wardens of the North. So yeah, that's about it. I mean, I would have liked to continue. Just a part of me would like to continue, just to invade the North and do some RP for that and shit. But the hot seat's over. Everyone knows it's over. The Arryns have accepted that it's over, and they don't want to keep fighting. So yeah, it's won. It's won. GG at this point, really. It's a good game. Yeah. So yeah, we'll end it here. It's been an interesting hot seat. What we have agreed to do is, like, I don't know when the hell I'll get around to it. Knowing me, probably not for ages, but we'll skip ahead. We'll skip ahead, or we'll make a new hot seat scenario, like set 20 years in the future when Aegon's like 40 and he has an heir, and maybe holds a tourney at Harrenhal, and we start an RP hot seat based around some 20 years in the future, and we play from that point with the same factions and the same players, but just ahead in time. And we recreate a scenario from that, dependent on what RP people do. So, you know, Aegon holds a tourney at King's Landing or a tourney at Harrenhal, reminiscent of what his father did, and then some shit kicks off there, kind of thing. Somebody pisses off somebody. The Princess Cirilla is, or Ciri, as I call her, Princess Ciri, is, she's betrothed to a Lannister, so maybe she runs away with somebody else or something, or doesn't want to marry, refuses to marry, and that pisses off the Lannisters. Who knows what will happen, but eventually I'd want to do something like that, but knowing me, it's probably going to take a while, because I tend to be rather busy / lazy. So yeah, that's all for now. I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. We'll have more hot seats on the go relatively soon. I don't know, it takes me ages to upload these things, so hopefully I'll have some more hot seat footage by the time this is uploaded, so we should have something by the time to fill the schedule gap when the time comes. Anyway, that's all for now. Sold out.